Right now, Bank of America doesn't have a personal loan that they're offering. So if you're looking for a Bank of America personal loan alternatives for fair credit, this is the review I want you to pay attention to. So again, Bank of America pulls Experian. And so you should be looking for a bank like Bank of America that pulls Experian and approves fair credit. So these are the criteria that we looked at to actually have this list. So the first bank you want to pay attention to is the American Express National Bank. So American Express National Bank pulls Experian, and they actually will approve you anywhere from $3,500 all the way to $40,000. The only problem with Bank of America with American Express is that it's not a problem. There is a restriction that they only actually will fund you if you are an existing card holder. So the thing is that they will look at your cardholders, your account with them, and if your American Express is in good status, then they'll actually will fund you, or they will not fund you. What we like also with this bank is that they, from time to time, they will send you some solicitations, like they will send you some pre-screened mail offers, and if you qualify, you actually can apply for this. You can apply for the loan that they sent you, the loan offer they send you. You can apply online, or you can apply over the phone. And we have seen that based on our experience, it's actually a lot easier if you apply on the phone. A lot of folks believe that it's a lot easier to apply. I mean, it's easier when you apply online, but you do not get a high loan amount. So if you're looking for a high loan amount, it's better to apply for, if you receive an offer, a pre-screened offer, it's better to apply online. I mean, on the phone, rather. So they will ask you for like a number, a reference number, and so you just go through the phone prompts and enter everything, and you will see how much you could qualify for. So again, the maximum here is $40,000. You need to be an existing cardholder at American Express to qualify. Which means what? If you are not if you don't have an Amex card right now, you'll never be able to apply for this card anyway. Another shortcut to actually get this card, or this loan rather, to get the loan, is to open a savings account with American Express National Bank. So if you're listening to me right now, you don't have an MS card, try to open an account, and that way you can start building your relationship with Amex. And maybe at some point they will give you either a card or they'll give you a pre-screened loan offer. So this is just fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to quickly say that, please, I'm very happy to welcome you back to the show and make yourself comfortable. We are going to have a very enriching show today. The second bank I want you to consider is Discover. So if you're looking for a Bank of America fair credit personal loan alternative, think about Discover. And the thing is, Discover pulls also Experian, and Discover is offering something similar to American Express, $2,500 all the way to $40,000. The big difference is that for Discover, you don't have to have an existing card, like you don't have to be an existing card member or card holder to qualify. So Discover is open to anybody. Normally, Discover wants you to have at least 660 in terms of a FICO score, but in some cases they will accept you if you have 580, 590, 600. Not a problem at all. And the thing is, it's all about the strength of your financial profile. So Discover will look at your income. It will look at your cash inflows, cash outflows, your DTI. Okay, Discover will pay attention to your bank statements, because it's just a lot better if you have an existing account with Discover Bank. That way they have everything with you, everything from you. And if you are able to get some kind of direct deposit into their account, that's even better. And this is really fine. And we love the fact that with Discover, as a Bank of America fair credit personal loan alternative, you can use this loan for a lot of things. Again, remember, $2,500 all the way to $40,000. So we're talking about a loan that allows you to consolidate debt. You can improve your home. You can cover medical costs. You can do all kinds of things with this loan. And Discover is pretty flexible. And let me go a little deeper here. So maximum loan amount $40,000, and the repayment term is 3 to 7 years. So you choose anywhere from 3 to 7 years. You can choose it in months also. So 36 months all the way to 84 months. And so they're really, really flexible there. And for us, this is really good. And one thing I also need to say here is that when we talk about this loan, you have a very good APR. So you're looking at 8% all the way to 25%, 8% to 25%. Obviously, if you have great credit, good credit, you will qualify for the lower APR. If not, you'll probably be around somewhere like 20% or 15%. So, and this loan has no upfront fees. And so you're able to get approved ASAP and you get your funds real fast. So within 24 hours, Discover will release the funds, not a problem. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you about today's, I want to remind you of today's topic. I am having a conversation about Bank of America Fair Credit Personal Loan Alternatives. The third bank I want you to consider is Citibank. So if you're thinking about the Bank of America Fair Credit Personal Loan Alternative, think about Citibank. Now, Citibank is not is not one of the most generous banks out there. But listen, we love the fact that Citibank is a national bank, such as it's a national bank like Bank of America. Obviously, with Amex and Discover, they're more like an online banks, which is really suitable also when it comes to national bank. And so with Citi, you actually have loan amounts that go from $1,000 all the way to $30,000. Citi wants you to have I would say income around like 1,000. Like if you make $10,800 a year, that's gross income. Citi will qualify you with no problem. Okay, and you have loan amounts $1,000 to $30,000. You have APRs that are really sort of decent too. You're looking at 12% all the way to 20%. And you have multiple repayment terms offered. So Citi will actually work with you to get your loan approved all the way to 5 years. In some cases, 6 years or 7 years, totally possible. And you have the ability to actually have an auto pay discount. So you actually have you'll receive up to 0.5% APR discount for enrolling in automatic payments, which you should do anyway. If you are with Citi, you definitely want to take advantage of that 0.5% because nobody actually nobody leaves that money on the table, and this is really great. And Citi tends to approve you real fast. You get your money, you get access to your funds within 2 business days after approval. So this is really great. And one thing I want to say also in general is that Citi is a national bank. They've been through a lot of stuff, so sometimes, when banks go through stuff, ups and downs, they tend to approve lower amounts. Citi hasn't done that. I mean, the economy is good, economy is bad. Citi is always there, and they tend to approve large amounts too. I mean, 30 grand it may not be a big amount for some people, but it is still $30,000. I want to share with you another lender that is very generous, actually one of the most generous lenders in the whole country right now, and that's Wells Fargo. So Wells Fargo is a great Bank of America fair credit personal loan alternative. And when we talk about the Wells Fargo fair credit loan alternative, we're speaking about a very generous amount. Can you imagine? Wells Fargo can approve you for maximum $100,000. Yeah. Wells Fargo will approve you for $100,000. So basically, the delta goes from $3,000 all the way to $100,000. And when we talk about the $100,000 for personal loans, you don't have a lot of players at that level. You have SoFi, you have Lightstream. Those are the two that I can think of right now. You also have Fifth Third, but Fifth Third is a kind of like a special because Fifth Third is not a national bank. Fifth Third is a regional player. But when you think about players that actually give you like this type of a loan amount, you don't have a lot. So Lightstream is actually a division of Truist. So this is the online arm of Truist, and you also have SoFi. So SoFi is an online lender. So $100,000, that's just fantastic. And we love the fact that with Wells Fargo, you have the ability to repay the loan over a long period of time. This is really fine. So you have the time to breathe. Think about it. I mean, in this economy, people think like you have one day the markets are up, the other day the markets are down, and things can be a little complicated. So if you have a longer repayment window, you have the ability to actually, how do I say it? You can repay your loan over a long period of time. You have the ability to offset whatever short-term temporary problems you're having. Okay. So what we love about this Wells Fargo loan also is that you have the ability to pre-qualify. You don't have a lot of lenders, especially bank lenders, who that allow you to pre-qualify. For instance, CD doesn't do that. With CD, you have to apply right away, and so Discover does have it though. For Discover, you can pre-qualify if you want to. But overall, this is a great loan that we love a lot, and and you have the ability to contact Wells Fargo first before applying. Boss, I want to quickly remind you about today's topic. We're having a conversation about Bank of America Fair Credit Personal Loan Alternatives. Another bank that pulls Experian for a fair credit is TD Bank. And so TD Bank actually is great. I mean, when you go to TD Bank, they actually don't call the loan like a TD personal loan. They actually call it TD Fit Loan. So you can get this loan if you have fair credit, not a problem. If you have a good credit, not a problem. You can get a loan. And what I want to say about this loan is that TD is constantly trying to. They try, like when they started this this loan program a few years ago, they were not approving $2,000 all the way to $50,000. But what they've done is they actually have increased the amounts over the years. And TD, what we love about TD is that it's one of the most consistent banks across the nation when it comes to loan availability, when it comes to underwriting consistency. What I'm trying to say here is that they have a set of criteria that they always pay attention to. Now, to qualify for a TD Fit loan, you look at 2,000 all the way to 50 grand, and TD is mostly available in the eastern side of the nation, and but it is still worth it. I mean, it is really interesting. But if you have any question, you want to contact TD Bank first. They're available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. through 5 p.m. Eastern, Saturday 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. Eastern, Sunday 10 a.m. through 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so the number is 1-877-300-4020, 1-877-300-4020. So again, TD is a great bank. We love this bank a lot, and we love the fact that you are able to get something like a consequential amount. Again, 2,000 all the way to 50 grand. This is really fine. And the thing about TD is that TD, in some cases, will depending on the states you're applying from, TD will accept co-loan applications, so co-borrowers. So you can co-borrow on this loan with your spouse or with somebody else. It's really not a problem for TD. And so TD also tends to release funds real fast if you have the existing relationship with them and you want the funds to be directed into a TD account, so TD checking or TD savings account. So this is what we advise you to do anyway. You want the funds to be deposited into a TD account so that things can go a little faster. If you're looking for a Bank of America fair credit personal loan alternative, I want you to consider PNC. So PNC, sort of similar to Bank of America, pulls Experian for bad credit, for fair credit, for good credit, for excellent credit. With the PNC, what you have is, obviously you don't have a national player, you don't have a national bank, you have a regional bank. But that regional bank is really great. That regional bank is fantastic in terms of its balance sheet. That regional bank is really generous when you think about it. Because when you think about, for personal loan, personal installment loan, you have $1,000 all the way to $35,000. For a personal line of credit, you have $1,000 all the way to $25,000. Now, PNC may not be your Bank of America sort of size-wise. PNC may not be your Wells Fargo size-wise. PNC may not be your Citibank size-wise. But PNC is PNC, and PNC is a bank that has a strong balance sheet that has been lending to millions of people in this country. But again, PNC wants to make sure that you have a relationship with them. Whether you have a bad credit or good credit, you need to have a relationship with PNC. And the loan amount, $1,000 all the way to $35,000, and so you can be pre-approved real fast. And so there is no prepayment penalty, there is no application fee, there is no origination fee. And so PNC just wants you to show proof of income, so your annual income. So this could be actually your W-2, it can be your 1099, it could be could be like your tax returns, whatever can show PNC your income for the last 12 months. They are good. They are good to go. And PNC is flexible also in terms of like they're not going to put restrictions about how you can use the funds. You can use the funds for debt consolidation, for outstanding. Like you can take care of payments. You can do all kinds of stuff. Okay. Now, if you are applying with a co-applicant, you will need the co-applicant's annual income and any other income to be considered, as well as the current employer. Okay. The current employer is always important for PNC. They want to know. And you can apply online, or you can apply at a branch, or you can apply over the phone. Not a problem at all. The last Bank of America fair credit personal loan alternative I want to share with you today is M&T Bank. So when you think about M&T Bank, I want you to think about a bank that is really great in terms of how they operate. And M&T Bank actually has several kinds of processes in place. We love the fact that Bank of America is really like M&T doesn't have the type of geography that they don't cover the type of geography that Bank of America covers. But as a bank that pulls Experian for personal loans, we love M&T a lot. And M&T is really also great when it comes to fair credit. Like they really will accelerate things for you. But the thing is with M&T, they're very local. They're very social. They're very like the way things work at M&T is that it's just a lot better to go to a branch. Yeah, you can apply online. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you can only get a loan through M&T online, or no. You can actually apply online, not a problem. But you actually boost your chances of approval if you go to a branch. So when you go to a branch, you can actually have a conversation with an M&T sort of personal loan representative, and you can ask all kinds of questions, and they will tell you, for instance, that you can apply for an unsecured loan, you can apply for a secure loan, you can apply for all kinds of loans. It really depends. And the way they actually call the secure loan at M&T, they call it cash secured. So you can do a lot of stuff with that. And one thing I want to say here is that you need to be in the geography where M&T is located, or either you or your your spouse or your it can be your family member, and but it has to be the official residence that you have. Sorry about that. I just needed to drink something. Sorry about that. So the point I'm trying to see here is that when we talk about M&T Bank, you need to think about the loan amount that you need, like the loan amount $2,000 all the way to $50,000, and you need to actually go to a branch. That's the fastest way to be approved, and then you have to be ready to provide proof of employment and income. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just sharing with you Bank of America fair credit personal loan alternatives. And so I spoke to you about American Express National Bank. We have Discover. We have Citibank. We have Wells Fargo. We have TD Bank. We have PNC. And then we also have M&T Bank. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.